EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Set, 95, 56, 52. Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Check 24. Check 24. Kill. 52. Hey, orbit. 552. 552. Let's get the ball.
Breeze now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Sponge. No. Hey, watch.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derrick Henry, 77 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23.
You gotta be ready. Don't be scared of it.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch it slant. Watch it slant.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Well, that's a combination that 49er fans are happy to see. Garoppolo to McKinnon, and they want to see a lot of it. They didn't get to witness it at all last year. Remember, McKinnon got injured before the season began. But you think back to his final year in Minnesota in 2017, had almost 1,000 yards of total offense. A lot of those on the receiving end of things. He is definitely a weapon out of the backfield like we just saw. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here we go, team.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, watch this, watch this. Kill.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Here we go, here we go. What do you need? Hey, I'm coming.
On second down now, it's Coleman, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Hey, let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. Actually, I remember that game, December against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end. And a nice move will yield nothing as he stopped behind the line.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Here we go. 180! Watch the curve.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
21. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Ricky. You kill. 54, Mike, 54 tonight.
Throwing now is Breeze. Throw left side complete. It's Murray. And he's got this down to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 29-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
13. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Hey, kill. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, easy.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Set. 95-56. 54. Hey.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
5-9. Check. Watch 54. 11. Wait, check. Hey, easy. Hatchet. 5-9.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Kill. Whip. Watch the whip. Out. 22 jet bomber.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over,
Ready. Yellow lady. 54. Right, 54. Get your swerve on.
on second down, it's Henry, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready. Yellow lady. Watch the screen.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 11-yard line.
Ready.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, I'm coming after you.
A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Hey, ready. Yellow lady. 52. It's coming this way. Here we go.
They'll run with a fullback line. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Ready? Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. What's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Two.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards there and a Niner first. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A very solid gain of 27.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Here we go. 180! Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Check. 13. 11.
On first down, Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. David Onyemata breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
21. Here we go. 51.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result,
Here we go.
unable to hold on to the football.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
He's checking. Cracks. One, Omaha. Set hunt. 51. Watch the run. Set hunt.
And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 33. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 33. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They will run again with Coleman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis there on the stop.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half. Still down by that slim margin. Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Stop your running.
They'll run it again with Henry. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Ready. Yellow waiting, yellow waiting. 54 Mike. Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Murray fighting, lost the football. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll run on first down. Coleman. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
And it's third down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Watch the screen.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
The kick by Gold is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Breeze. And Cook has it, left side. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
A gain of 4 yards.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check, check, check. Hey, wahoo. My 52, my 52.
On first down, Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Murray. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Here we go, here we go. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
2nd and 5 now. Breeze is going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jason Verrett. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Go.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Hey, easy. It's going to be a long day. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Pick it up. Pick it up.
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Breeze going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Cook. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Coleman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the multiple-time Pro Bowler Joe Staley, the tackle. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long.
What we got?
To throw is Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on.
He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers. as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Watch twins. Watch twins.
Breeze to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Wall, give me quick. Check. Fresno. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And this offense needs a touchdown. A field goal won't get it done in this situation. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, things are looking a little bit bleak.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Go. 56 to Mike. Zoom. Watch the pass. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep. This is caught at the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They are in the 4th and Buffalo. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Play action. Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Saints on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
36.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Saints on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, I-7.
Back to throw, Breeze. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
One, Omaha. 56, Mike, 56. 3 buzz.
One final try now for Garoppolo. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for New Orleans, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.